nearlydanish.com.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Okay, so this is mock test 10.
Uh-oh.
All right. You guys did really well on this. By the way, if you don't do too well on this, don't worry. I made this particularly difficult. So this is kind of a worst case scenario type exam that I set here. And I'm just trying to see, who has been putting in work and who hasn't. At least 138 of you have been putting in work. So that's good. If you do fail any of these questions, don't lose hope. You have 3 days. Just go crazy on the website and try your best, basically. On to the next one. Right. This is an FAQ. All right, only 2 people got this wrong. This is a question that you must know the answer to, okay? Round of applause. All right, Rezan is the highest climber, up 28 places.
Great job.
Brand new question, never been asked before. All right, so the decisions of the Supreme Court are final and cannot be appealed. 56 of you got this wrong. Hopefully this doesn't show up, and even if it does, at least now you know the answer to the question. Next one. All right. This is an FAQ. You've seen this before. All right, Tycho Brahe was an astronomer and he discovered Cassiopeia. He shows up pretty often, so if you got this wrong, please get it right if it shows up on the test. All right, next one. 10 players lost their answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. All right, Russia is definitely not a member of NATO. Okay, so whoever chose Russia, at least now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Turkey is a member of NATO and Egypt is not. On to the next one. Right, so at the moment we have Lilia, Houston, Ginny, DA, and Mars. Top 5. 8 players just hit an answer streak of 4.
Excellent.
Got 40 questions to go. So we're still in the history part of the test. This is the most frequently asked question. And I hope all of you get this right. Oh man, did someone, anyways, okay. Round of applause. Okay, so 99.99% people got this right. One person got this wrong. If you got this wrong, this is the most frequently asked question, so you must know the answer to this question. 1915, okay? Women got the right to vote in Denmark in 1915. Right, so we have the usual suspects in the top 5 at the moment. Next one. Brand new question. All right, so Dansk Folkekirken does not have an official spokesperson. All right, so 49 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Right, so top 5 reshuffle. Houston is now at number 1. Houston has been practicing for the last 3 months. Round of applause to you. So we have Houston, Lilia, Jimmy Train, and Silgi. Silgi is a new name.
Great job.
It's always nice to see some new names in the top 5. 6 players have reached an answer streak of 6. Next one. You've seen this before. You started in June. Wow. You've seen this before, okay? All right, so the Queen is the only person in Denmark that does not have religious freedom. So in general, it's the sitting monarch. So either the king or the queen. And the reason is because she or he always has to be the head of the Dansk Folkekirken. All right, 13 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Plug that knowledge gap. All right, what's going on here? Next one. You've seen this before. Hopefully this is an explosion. I will be giving explosions for all 100% questions tonight. So let's get at least one. Okay, 4 people got this wrong. It's least fell escape. Okay, so you're probably going to see this on Wednesday. So please make sure you get it right on Wednesday. All right, next one. We are at question number 10 now. You've seen this before a bunch of times, okay? Oh man. Okay. I'll take the opportunity to say this. Okay, so the test is on Wednesday. That's number 1. Number 2, the test is not a Kahoot. So please do not be in a hurry to answer those questions. You have 1 minute per question. You have 45 minutes for the whole test. Okay? In the Kahoot, you gain points for speed and accuracy. In the test, you only gain points for accuracy. There's no rush. Read the questions very slowly. Read the answers very slowly. Make sure you choose the right answer and then move on. The next thing I'm going to say is this. When you're done with your test, don't make the mistake of sitting there and then having a panic attack and then going back to your test and changing your answers. Because there's been many cases where the person actually passed the test. They panicked and went and changed an answer and failed the test by 1 point. You don't want to be that person. So get it done right the first time. Take your time, calm down. If you've been practicing, it will be easy for you. Okay? Have some faith in the work that you've put in. All right, next one. Okay, what do we have here? We have Lilia, Jimmy, Trey, and Anuka, and Peanut. Anuka is a new name.
Great job.
It's always good to see some new names in that top five. Three in a row is, huh? Three in a row. AS is back in the game.
Excellent.
All right. Next one. Brand new question. Okay, so this is definitely a weak spot. Almost exactly half of you got this wrong. Well,
Now you know what you don't know.
and it's good so that if this does actually show up on the test, you'll get it right. So you're better off making your mistakes here than making your mistakes in the test. So, round of applause to the people that have found their knowledge gap. All right, so Anuka fell out. Lilia, Jimmy, Trey, and Peanut and Ceci. Those people, these names I just mentioned, they've been putting in work. I think they're all in the Gold League, if I'm not mistaken. Rabin is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
And he's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Uh-oh.
All right, another weak spot. 92 of you got this wrong. Okay?
Now you know what you don't know.
See, this is the reason why we do these sessions. For you to figure out what you don't know. Okay? Unfortunately, it's 3 days to the test. Well, fortunately, it's 3 days to the test because if this shows up on the test, you can get it right. Okay? This is particularly difficult. Like I said, I made this Kahoot a bit harder than usual. Hopefully, the test is not going to be this hard. All right, next one. The Kahoot's already public. Okay, so Inns is the highest climber, up 27 places.
Excellent.
Next one. All right. Margaret the First was Valdemar's daughter, and she inherited the throne from him. She created Kalmar Union. That's just a side note. Anyways, 45 people got this wrong. All right, next one. Valentin, nah, not. I'm gonna do that for the next batch of students, but not for this batch. It's 3 days to the test, so it doesn't really matter anyways. All right, almost all of you got this right. This is a frequently asked question, so this is a question that you must know the answers to. There are 199 of those questions. You can find them on your profile under most frequently asked questions, or you can find them on the site. Just for the people that are here for the first time, I will show you what I mean by your profile. Okay, so go to nearlydanish.com. Hopefully this doesn't actually crash. Okay, it didn't. You find the Kahoot section, click on players. It loads up, hopefully. Yes, and you'll see a whole bunch of names. This is the leaderboard. This is the current leaderboard. You find your name. It says find your name below and click on it to see your progress. If you can't find, well, you're not going to be in the gold league. So search for your name. I just found Chibs, clicked on it, and your profile loads up. You can find most frequently asked questions, well, here. Okay. Now, if you do not have a profile, just go to quizzes, and it's right there. Click on that and go through every single one of these quizzes. Make sure you know the answers to every single one of these questions. All right, going back to the Kahoot. Next one. All right, brand new question. No one has seen this yet. Unless you've read the book. All right, round of applause. Wow. Well, unless you were practicing this evening or unless you've read the book, or unless you guessed, right? You got this right. This is I think this is part of the new information that was added to the book under, I can't remember. Is it Bill Kunsto under the sculptures? Sculptors. Yes, that's the word. Okay. Next one. All right, so this definitely reshuffled the top five. Peanut, Tran, Jimmy, Mobs, and Anuka. 39 players just hit an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
We've got 30 questions to go. You've seen this before. All right, so a leader, well, a minister can lead more than one ministry. All right, 13 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
This is a frequently asked question. Okay, so Hassan is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Also brand new, unless you've been reading the book. This is part of the new information that was added to the book under architecture. All right, so, okay, so this, I do these things for a reason, okay? To catch the people that are not really dug in. Please, you've got 3 days. Look through that book. Okay? Please, I beg you. Look through the book so that this doesn't happen to you on the test day. Okay? I put the question tonight, Stefan. So you're the lucky one. You're one of the lucky ones that actually saw it. Okay. So for the people that got this wrong,
Now you know what you don't know.
for the people that got this right, did everyone in wow.
Wow!
So everyone in the top 5 got points. You guys are good, man.
Excellent.
So this is a tough round. 11 players lost their answer streak of 3. Like I said before, I do this here, so you make your mistakes here and don't make your mistakes in the test. So you can just go in there, do that thing, and be done with it forever. Next one. All right, so the UN Security Council has 5 permanent members and 10 other members. In total, there's 15 of them. Okay. Another one of those questions, more than half of you actually got this wrong. 87 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Hopefully, this doesn't happen in the test. Next one. Ay. Okay, so what's going on here? We've got Peanut, Jimmy, Trey, and Victoria, and Ceci. 3 in a row. Bella is back in the game.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Yes, Manos, this whole Kahoot is a tough one. It has way more new questions than frequently asked questions. Okay? So there's going to be a lot of moments like the one we're looking at right now. Is it lagging? All right, hopefully it's not lagging for everyone. Okay, so this is another moment. Well, now you know what you don't know. There's not much I can say.
Now you know what you don't know.
This is under architecture. Okay, anyways, moving on. Let's try to get through this so hopefully my screen doesn't freeze. Some people are saying this is lagging. All right. All right, round of applause. Okay, so this question is from June 2019. How do I remember that? It's because I took the exam in June 2019 and I got this question wrong. Why did I get it wrong? I didn't read the question slowly. I just looked at the question. I saw 1849. I looked at the answers. I saw Gunlon and I chose Gunlon. And it was only after I came out of the test that I realized that I had made that mistake. So please read the question slowly. This was actually, I wanted to test to see if a bunch of you would make the same mistake, but apparently not only 25 people got this wrong. So not too bad. Next one. Yes, Trayan, that's the one you asked me about. Okay, so Trayan's second profile is now in the top 5. 3 players have reached an answer streak of 9.
Great job!
Got 25 questions to go. You can see it on Bornholm. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
3 players have reached an answer streak of 6. We are at the halfway point now. All right, so the father takes at least 2.5 months of paternity leave, which is 11 weeks. Okay, so sometimes the question is in months, sometimes the question is in weeks. Okay, next one. Sorry, the answer, not the question. Okay, so Peanut fell off. Jimmy, Tran, Dan, and Ceci. Steph is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
We are past the halfway point now. Brand new question, never been asked before. All right, so the last time Denmark had the EU presidency was in 2012. How many people got this wrong? 75. All right, so now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Plug your knowledge gap. Hopefully this doesn't show up. Right, Ceci moving up. Sergio is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. All right, so H.C. Anderson wrote the Grant's Tree. 43 people got this wrong. Well, plug your knowledge gap, okay? Please make sure you don't mess these things up. Ceci keeps on moving up now at number 3. Tran fell to number 4. On to the next one. All right, so the parliamentary principle is from 1901, but it was only written into Grundloven in 1953, the same year that females were allowed to inherit the throne. And what else happened that year? I think, is that the year that, anyways, can't remember. I don't want to give wrong information here. Next one. All right, we have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Viola is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
She's on fire!
Excellent.
Next one. All right. Okay, so someone is saying they don't understand this question. The question is, when did the state take over collecting of taxes from the commune? And that was in the structural reform in 2007. 37 people got this wrong. On to the next one. Okay. It's the state that collects taxes, even for the communes. All right, so Yahya Hassan was basically the best-selling poet in Denmark. Fortunately, he died at a very young age. How many people got this wrong? Man, my math is off, you know. Anyways, whatever. It's 50 people got this wrong. Next one. All right, static top 5.
Static top 5.
Dan 101 has the highest answer streak of 27. That's a perfect score.
Perfect score.
And he's on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Excellent.
Okay, so there have been about, I think, 9 referendums. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And a majority of them is, majority of them are about Denmark's relationship with the EU. In this case, this was the EF Packen, the EF Pack, and this was inclusion into the internal markets. So the markets where goods and people have free movement. All right. And I think Denmark voted yes on this, if I'm not mistaken, just in case the tunnel only started 9 minutes, I remember. Yes, okay. Anyways, more than half of you got this wrong. So
Now you know what you don't know.
yes, goods, people, services, and money. All right. If you got this wrong, now you know what you don't know. If it shows up in the test, you know what the answer is. And if you're still unclear, please check the book. I always say this. I'm not the holy grail of information. All of the stuff I'm doing here is just based on my experience of doing this for the last 4 years. And I do make mistakes. And please, I need people to cross-check with me, correct me where I'm wrong and all that stuff. So thank you very much for all the feedback I've been getting, because I've been getting a lot of feedback and I really appreciate it. A lot of people send me messages on Facebook, and thank you very much for that. All right, so Trajan back at the top, and if you look at his avatar, it's actually wearing a crown. Round of applause, man. So we've got Trajan, Jimmy Trajan again, Sassy and Lilia. Lama Zigogo is back with an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
Someone says it can't be more difficult than this on Wednesday. Well, hopefully it's easier than this. Right, next one. This is frequently asked, so you know the answer to this. All right, 10 years. This is an FAQ, meaning it's a question that you must know the answer to. So if you're one of the 8 people that got this wrong, please get this right. Plug that knowledge gap. Next one. All right, Lilia moving up 12 players, just hits an answer streak of 6.
Uh-oh.
All right, so this was one of the movements back in the 70s against basically war and arms races. Okay, so we've got 48 people got this wrong. Hopefully this doesn't actually show up, but if it does, now you know what the answer is. Next one. Okay, so Trajan has succeeded at being number 1 and 2. Round of applause. I need to give Trajan his props. This guy, he's something, like he is number 1 on the leaderboard. That's him right there. This dude has like 3 profiles. It's borderline obsessed, but on the day of the test, man, it will pay. So well done to you, man. All right, so Lee is making a comeback with 3 in a row. We've got 5 more questions in the history part before we move on. All right, so at least 90%, 90% of Danes are a member of at least one forening, which is why Denmark is called a foreningsland. Right, so if that's two people got this wrong,
Now you know what you don't know.
plug that gap. It's a static top 5.
Static top 5.
That was a combo breaker. 3 players dropped their answer streak of 3. Next one. Okay, so this is a frequently asked question. They always ask, well, not always, they usually ask, does the region collect taxes? And it doesn't. Or do the regions collect taxes? And they don't. 5 players lost the answer streak of 3. Next one. All right, Venstre, 1870. The Farmers Party. Okay, let me see. 43 people got this wrong. That's an FAQ, so you have to get it right. Arjun is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
2 questions left in the history section, and then we'll move to current affairs. Brand new question. All right, round of applause. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
18 players reached an answer streak of 3.
Great job!
Next one. Last history question. All right, so there was a referendum in 2022, and Denmark's reservations regarding defense was scrapped, and that was because of the war in Ukraine. So 8 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. For the 154 people who got this right, round of applause. All right, so this is the end of the history part of the test. We're moving into current affairs. I will be discussing themes. Yeah, let's have a look at the leaderboard. All right, so it's a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Darius is back in the game 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Got 10 questions to go. Okay. so Troslund Paulsen is the new head of Venstre. This is probably not going to show up because this happened, I think, in November. But just in case, okay? Now we know. So at least 50 people didn't know the answer to this question. If it shows up, now you know. I don't think it's going to show up. The theme here is political parties and their leaders. Okay, there's a quiz focused on that, so please do that quiz if you haven't already. Moving on to the next one. We still have a static top 5. Faheen is back in the game 3 in a row.
Excellent.
Next one. Okay, someone is asking, is this in the book? All right, that's a good question. No, it's not in the book. This is current affairs. So the exam is made up of 45 questions. The first 35 questions are from the book. They're based on material in the book. This questions number 36 to 40 are current affairs. So this is basically things that are happening right now in the last 6 months. And if you're basically headlines from the news, okay? You should pay attention to the news. Of course, I've done my best in gathering all that information based on the historical themes that usually show up. The theme of this is the royal family, so Kong and Hoos. There usually are questions about what's happening there. And in this case, a new coin was minted with the portrait of the queen. All right. How many people got this wrong? 58. On to the next one. Okay, so a lot of people got tripped up here. Jimmy now at number 1, Sassy number 2, Trayan, and Trayan fell to 3 and 4, and Victoria at number 5. Jagan is back with a master streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, next one. Yes, this is current affairs. Valentin, this is current affairs. All right, so in this case, the theme of this is Danish excellence on the world stage. So a piece of art by a Danish artist, was sold, I think, sometime this year. I can't remember exactly when. And it's the most expensive piece of art in Europe ever, apparently. Oh, Clint is an Austrian artist? Okay. Well, it's not going to be on the test. Thanks for the feedback. Next one. Okay. So we've got Sassy, Trayan, Jimmy, and Victoria. Abdullah is back with a master streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right. Next one. Ah, shucks. What am I? Wait, 13 and 14. Okay. I think I made a mistake here. This is the Danish Rallies question where it's supposed to be current affairs. But anyways, it's fine. All right. So the theme here is Lee Stilling. So gender equality. I do discuss how you should approach the Danish Rallies question. So I did a whole session, I think it was earlier on this year during the May 2023 session. Okay. You can find that session. It's recorded. You can find it on the YouTube channel. So how do you find the YouTube channel? You come to the website, go on the YouTube videos, you click on Infosats, boom, you get to the channel. You click the channel here, and you go to videos, and it is the most popular video, okay? And it's this one here. And I do a deep dive and a deep discussion. So please have a look if you haven't had a look already, if you want to know more about how to approach these types of questions. All right. Next one. Static top 5. Hopefully this is the actual, yes. This is the last current affairs question. All right. And thanks, Tran, for pointing that out. You know, I thought the guy was Danish. Okay, so the theme of this is the government. That's the prime minister and his or her ministers. In this case, it's the justice minister. There is a quiz covering that, so please have a look if you haven't already. Static top 5. All right, so we're moving into Danish values. We've already done 1, so there's 4. Wait, am I missing something here? We've done 40 questions. It's whatever, man. Next one. The last current affairs. I messed this whole thing up with the order. All right. Well, basically, this is kind of like not sensationalist headline, but an ex-Hells Angel member created a political party. It's newsworthy. Is it going to show up? I don't think so. But in case it does, it's here. Next one. All right, Tran is back at the top. So we're now moving into the Danish values questions. All right, so the theme of this is corruption. So Denmark is one of the least corrupt in the public sector in the world. And that's because, you know, they've set up all kinds of systems to, you know, for whistleblowers, blah, 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 whatever, right? So the theme of this is corruption. In case there is a corruption question. So basically the key to the Danish values questions is when you read the question, ask yourself, what is this question about? And that would guide you to what the answer should be if it's not a no-brainer, okay? These questions are super straightforward and easy if they don't have like twisted Danish words and stuff like that. So yeah, next one. Okay. All right, hopefully we can get an explosion on this one. All right, we couldn't get that. Denmark is a liberal country, and homosexuals can get married here, regardless of their religion. 15 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
We've got 2 questions to go and we're done for tonight. Right. So Denmark does not allow polygamy. So if you have more than one wife outside of Denmark, um, not more than one wife will be recognized within Denmark. Okay. 40 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
All right. So we have Trayan, Ceci, Trayan again, Dan 101, and Peanut. And we have the last question. Yes. So this one has shown up before in a previous test. And I'm hoping you'll get this right so we can give an explosion. And Trayan, the key thing about the Danish values questions is that sometimes they can ask them in a weird way. So you need to pay attention to the wording. All right, we didn't get one explosion tonight. Let's see if we can get that on Tuesday night. Okay. Only 3 people got this wrong. Round of applause. You guys did all right tonight, you know. Let's have a look at that podium and then we'll have a look at the reports. Trayan, Ceci, and of course we have Trayan again at number 1. And he's wearing a crown. Okay, so we have Dan 101 and Peanut.
NearlyDanish.com.